During my recent visit to the Kawasaki dealership, I was able to test ride the Indian motorcycle FTR 1200 Race Replica Edition. A big thanks to the guys at Kawasaki dealership and Nishan Bhai for setting me up with this ride. I was able to test ride this motorcycle at a Kawasaki dealership because they have recently acquired the Indian motorcycle dealership for Odisha. And before I begin, don't judge the motorcycle by its looks because looks can be deceiving. Don't fall for the curvy and gentle lines of this motorcycle because the performance it has on offer, it's very sharp. And before diving deep into the details, I'll quickly run you through the specs. This bike has a V-twin 1203cc mill that produces 123 horsepower and 115 Newton meters of torque. This bike has a fuel tank capacity of 13 liters, which is relatively small and is located under the seat to balance the weight of the motorcycle. And the bike weighs 235 kilos with all the fuels loaded. The tires on this motorcycle are 120 section in the front and 150 section at the rear. As such, it's a race replica edition and a flat track motorcycle. The ground clearance is quite high at 183 mm. Because of the higher ground clearance, the seat height stands at 840 mm. The special features on this motorcycle are a color TFT 4.3-inch dash, which is touchscreen. Yes, you heard it right, it's a touchscreen dash. This race replica edition gets adjustable front forks and adjustable rear monoshock with piggyback reservoir as well. Now coming to the braking performance, this bike comes equipped with Brembo's M4 calipers, dual monoblock calipers at the front with 4 pistons and a 2-piston caliper at the rear. The front rotors are 320 mm and the rear rotor is 265 mm. The bike gets full LED setup with a beautifully designed DRL as well. As such, it's a race replica edition. This bike comes equipped with Akrapovic slip-on exhaust as standard. If we start from the design aspect of this motorcycle, this bike is beautifully crafted. This bike comes in this race replica color, which is a beautiful combination of black, red and white. There are red accents all over the motorcycle. You can see the exposed frame which is colored in red and also the swing arm in red color. LED headlamps and gold forks up front, a sweeping tank, side mounted dual Akrapovic slip-on exhaust, a floating rear and a low slung number plate completely enhances the look of the motorcycle. And the touchscreen dash is like a cherry on the top. Now coming to the most important part, how does this motorcycle ride? Never ever in my wildest dream I thought a V-twin would excite me so much. I have owned 2 V-twin motorcycles in the past, but this bike is completely different. Even though the engine is big, a 1203cc engine, but the refinement level is like of an inline 4 motorcycle. Trust me, you don't feel the engine vibes at all. It's so refined, it's so smooth, but the exhaust has a different story to tell. When you start going up the revs, it starts to rumble. It has a growl to it, but it's not that loud, so you can ride peacefully in the city. A slipper clutch and a ride-by-wire throttle. They are there as well to make your life even easier. The transmission is so smooth and seamless, you don't realize that you shifted up a gear. At times I had to check the dash to see if I have shifted up or not. This bike picks up speed like crazy. Past 5000 RPM, this bike is a mental motorcycle. It pulls and pulls and pulls. There's no sign of power tapering off. And below 5000 RPM, it's so smooth that cruising on highway is like a breeze. And also to make your life even easier, you have cruise control on offer as well. The brakes are so phenomenal that a slightest dab on the lever shreds speed immediately. During my short spin, I was unable to ride this bike fast because there was too much traffic on the road and this bike was unable to stretch its legs completely. But I really enjoyed my time with this motorcycle. The things I don't like about this motorcycle would be namely the throttle response in the lower RPMs and the short rear tire. Well, it's okay because as such it's a flat track motorcycle, you need to compromise on the tire size, but the throttle response was very sensitive in the low revs. Nipping in and out of the traffic would be a bit difficult because it's very jerky, so you need to be really careful while maneuvering it in the traffic, but when you're on the go, you don't face any problem at all.
गाड़ी पर रास्ता सॉरी होची
So I guess that was all for this video, and if you want to make any further inquiries regarding Indian motorcycles, you can contact Nishan Bhai. I've given his contact details in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to stay notified because I have a very big announcement to make in the upcoming video, so stay tuned. Bye.